The holiday season is here once again, and this year is especially special for me because I can finally cross off a card that's been on my Christmas list since 2010, if you can believe that. I finally was able to get him. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, the old Holly Jolly car that appears, and it's pretty much the star of the show in the Mater Saves Christmas book that came out in 2010. Of course, I'm talking about Santa Car. This guy right here, the most jolliest guy on earth. I finally have him in my collection, and I'm so happy about it. And I can't wait to review him for you guys right now. So let's get into it. Welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everybody. Before we dive, into the in-depth review part of this video, though, I do want to show you guys where he actually appears at in the book. Even though I just did a full-on read-through of the book, that was a fun video because I got to read the book again for the first time since, well, not that long, since last year. But it's a very cool book that the Disney Press came out with in 2010 based on a true story, according to Mater. I don't know if I believe it happened, but maybe. I'd like to think it's canonical with the rest of the Cars franchise. But who knows? Anyway, Santa Car doesn't really appear until the halfway point when Mater and McQueen arrive at his winter Wonderland village, of course, where all the toys get made and everything. You can see Santa right next to his lovely lady, Mrs. Santa Car, down there. McQueen and Mater are just looking at him in awe, and you can see his beautiful Christmas village with all the elves and everyone just, all in a rush, trying to make those toys before Christmas. Here's a nice big illustration of him, though. Now, the thing that I find odd about his diecast is it doesn't really look all that much like he looks in the book. Obviously, here with this illustration, you can see he's pretty dark. He's like a Ransburg red metallic color. But then the diecast is obviously like a cherry kind of red, like a bright red, kind of like McQueen. So I always found that kind of odd. There's a couple other things, too, that don't really match. Like this bell here, for instance. It's not really a bell with the diecast. It's more or less just a little cylinder. And then the license plate too, it's not really like the correct color, but I don't know. It's not really that big of a deal. I don't feel like complaining today anyways, because it's a Christmas video. Just not in the mood. And he's such a cool car, like the shape of him and the size and everything. I don't really care if they screwed up on a couple little things. The thing I find funny about it, though, is that McQueen, with all of his Christmas designs, Holiday, Hotshot, and Snowplow, neither one in the book, is really like a red metallic color. So I don't really know why they always made his Christmas diecast always like a red metallic, when really, that's the color Santa Car should be. So it's like they switched up their colors for their diecast, which is kind of funny. Here's Santa Car again, though, next to the gas pump there. Very cool, the candy cane colored gas pump next to Mater. And then there is Santa again, when Mrs. Santa Car knits Mater his reindeer hat. Santa's not on these pages, but here he is, flying up high. I can't really see because of the glare, but he's up there with Mater and McQueen coming in to save the day. Then here he is again on the last page here. He actually went to Radiator Springs, and he got to meet all the townsfolk. And there's his reindeer buddy right next to him, asking Mater if he would like to pretty much become Rudolph and guide his sleigh for Christmas. Look how cool. That's awesome. I love this shot right here. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. It's such a fun book. I really wish they'd make stuff like that nowadays, but they don't really seem to create Cars books anymore. Actually, that's not true. They just actually came out with one. It was for Cars on the Road, but it's only on the Kindle, like the Amazon Kindle thing. I actually listened to it, though. I gotta cancel that, actually. I got a Kindle subscription for a month, and it's like in between the Cars on the Road episodes, I think in between the Circus and Trucks episodes, so it's pretty cool, but, I don't know, it's not like before. Like, the books from before were just on another level of awesome, in my opinion. But anyways, I'll zoom it on in so you guys can see an up-close shot of Santa Car. Nice expression, very jolly looking, nice big bright blue eyes, and I love how his grill is pretty much supposed to emulate Santa's big white beard, but it's all chrome. Very cool. It even turns into a triangle near the end, just like Santa's beard, just like all beards kind of do. And then, yeah, like I was saying, the license plate, it's not really the correct colors. It's white with green text and green, I think, around it too. But obviously, it's supposed to be like yellow with red text. So unfortunately, that's an inaccuracy with this diecast. But it's not the only thing. There's quite a few things, like I said, which I just don't really feel like getting into today. But the color is the main thing for me. I really wish they would have nailed that color. But honestly, I like them in red, so I don't really care. Like this lighter red, I actually like it a lot, so I don't know if I would like them better being darker, to be honest. But it would look more like an older Santa, I guess, a more like noble, wiser Santa. But one thing I thought was interesting with this diecast was this T right here. Is it a T, or is it supposed to be a cross? I don't know, because, Santa Claus, people always say it had nothing to do with the true meaning of Christmas, but there is actually like meaning and lore behind it, which actually, has to do with the real Saint Nicholas, who was a saint from Russia. And I wonder if maybe this is supposed to be a cross to kind of just like showcase a little bit of the true meaning of Christmas, obviously, because it's not about presents. You might think it is, but it's not. It's about the birth of Jesus. And I wonder if this is supposed to be like a little nod to that. It is just a piece of trim. Maybe it has nothing to do with that, and it just happens to look like a cross. But I don't know. He also has a trim here. I just think that's cool. It also kind of just looks like a present, like being wrapped up with the ties around it. But I don't know. I think that's cool. I never realized that before getting him now. By the way, I got him from an eBay seller for, I think it's a good price, but you guys are going to think I'm insane probably for paying $131 for Santa car loose, not even in the package. But I mean, he's in immaculate condition. I challenge you to try to find one in this good of condition for cheaper than that. Like this is like that's with taxes, shipping, handling, all that stuff. So I think it's a good deal. But then again, I'm a little crazy when it comes to cars. Anyways, though, the hood ornament there, it is not really a bell like it's supposed to be, but it is the right color, so that's good. Just like a little cylinder. I don't mind if they did that, because, it's so small. Would have been probably hard to craft a bell. I love with the skis here, though, how it actually has snow on it, on both of them, and on the tire treads, too. They all have snow on them, which is really, really cool. The base, like, all this is plastic, and, like, the side stepper things, the wheel wells, it's all connected, so it is all plastic. So he does feel lighter than I thought he would feel, because he is a big car. He's just not all that heavy, which is unfortunate. I love how they put the SC here, though, Santa Car's initials, into the skis. Very, very cool on both sides. And I love how you can see kind of like, not really into him, but you can see like it's almost like Francesco. You can see like the shocks and everything that holds like his wheels into place. He doesn't really have wheels, but you know what I mean. Maybe this is part of his engine. I'm not really sure, but I just love to see like the inner workings of a car, the silver parts. Really, really cool. And I love the rims, the white wall tires, and then the rims. They look like snowflakes. It's the coolest thing ever. The silver, the little red dots in the middle, and then the red trim. I love how he has the treads in the back, and then the little spare tires. So cool and classical looking. That's what I love about old cars, and Santa car really is like an old car mixed with like a sleigh. So it's the coolest thing ever. I love how they carified everything about Christmas in the Mercedes Christmas book. The reindeers being snowmobiles, just so creative. Peak Disney and Pixar, I think. I love how he has two doors, too. It's very cool. It just makes them seem bigger. And the door handles are, like, not touching, which just makes them look bigger, too. I don't know why, but it does. And then there's a Santa hat. I think the white part around it, the fluffy part, it's not actually fluffy, it's hard. I think that's metal. And then the red part, that is plastic. It's a separate piece. You can see the crack. I love how you can see the ripples going through the hat. It's not like the biggest hat in the world. Like, it's big, but it's I don't know. It doesn't really look like a hat, to be honest. This is how it looks in the book, though, too. So it's not like Mattel just screwed up or anything. Because they do that sometimes. They try to, like, decrease the height of a car, especially with the mini racers and stuff. Like, they'll make Mater not as tall. They won't put his Christmas hats on because they try to keep it in scale with the other ones. But I don't think that's the case here. They just kind of followed along to how he looks in the book, because his hat really isn't all that big and bulky like Santa's hat normally is in real life. But anyway, it's very cool with the ball in the end. I do think it's not really supposed to be a hat, though. It looks like a hat, but I think it's more so like Luigi's toupee, where it's like it resembles hair, but it's really like just a sunroof, like you know what I mean? The tarp that comes off, Kind of would make him have like a sunroof, I guess. It's kind of like what this is, I think at least. Then he has his trunk back there to store all of his presents. I imagine a big magical bag full of toys and goodies. He's probably in there, which is cool. And then he just has a nice little bumper in the back there. Nice and silver. It's a separate plastic piece, but it's nice. The taillights, usually taillights are red. Not on Santa car. They look like the same color as his headlights. Big headlights, by the way. Very cool. It actually looks like glasses. That's cool. It does look like glasses. I think that's what they tried to do. Make it look like he's wearing big old circular glasses like Santa normally does. Now, obviously, the treads for the tires, they don't really move, but he does have wheels. But they're just like tiny ones that are supposed to seem hidden. But he does roll, obviously. So that's cool. And then the date stamp there is 237, I think. Let me try to get a zoom in on that. Oh yeah, 2370 EAA. So, yeah, very, very nice. The 237th day of 2010 he was made. Very cool. I just love this car so much. So, so nice. Here's a nice up-close shot of him. Even more up close. I love all the snow detailing he has on him. He really is just a phenomenal car, all in all. I think Mattel knocked it out of the park with him. The funny thing is, he doesn't really have any other cars that really look a whole lot like him, in my opinion. Like, I mean, the Easter Buggy, he's another holiday figure, but he doesn't really look like him at all. I brought him out, though, just because, for comparison's sake. I love the Easter Buggy, but honestly, I think Santa Car's a lot better. But, I mean, the Easter Buggy's unique, making Bunny look like a dune buggy, like, I just think that's the perfect carification. Santa, in real life, like, he's not an animal, so they didn't have to do, like, a carified animal for Santa, but he is, like, a magical creature. They more so just had to carify an old man with a, a jolly attitude, a red suit, and a big white beard, and a big red hat, So I think that's really cool. They did a phenomenal job, and, well, I don't know. I don't have too much else to say. I just think Santa Car is so awesome. I brought out some cars that I thought kind of looked like him, though. Like Motto Mater's sister. She definitely resembles him, but, isn't really all that similar to him, of course. But she's just like a similar kind of shape, I think. Like that older car kind of design. Like they both kind of have that. I think the most similar car that kind of looks like Santa Car, though, is definitely Big D. I know he's Disney Store, but he does definitely look like him a lot. They both are so cool. Big D's a little bigger, so maybe if he was like 155 scale, he wouldn't be the same size as Santa Car. I don't know, but they are definitely similar. You gotta admit that. I think they're the only cars diecast to ever have like the extra spare tire on the side there. That's just so cool and classical looking. That's just one of my favorite things about old cars. That I think that was like a thing for like really high-end, expensive old cars. Not really something you'd see much on like just your regular old sedan or something like that. But it's so great to just expand the Christmas collection of cars. Of course, I have some other Christmas stuff to show you guys, like Clutch Kringle, of course, the elf that we just got released in 2023. Still can't believe they did this guy. I mean, look how cool he looks next to Santa Car. That's perfect. Just like in the book when they're next to each other. Too bad we didn't have the other elf, the lime green one that looks like Professor Z. And then here is the reindeer snowmobile who was canceled back in the day and finally got a release in 2021 when they started doing the wintertime cruisers line. And that's the thing that you guys are probably wondering is, will Santa Car ever get re-released? Well, because of the state that we're in with Christmas cars, I don't think the packaging really allows that. We had the wintertime cruisers line going. It started in 2021. It's been going strong ever since. So I just don't really think that they'll ever be able to make Santa Car again unless they do another kind of I don't know, 3-pack like he was in originally. It was only released in a 3-pack in 2010. It was exclusive to Toys R Us, and it had Holiday Hotshot McQueen and the Weehoo winner Mater in it with the green hat. But then they never did him again. And you know what? It's funny because I feel like I kind of remember finding that 3-pack, but I never bought it because I don't know, I guess because I probably already had Mater and McQueen. I didn't have the Holiday Hotshot McQueen. I originally got these two. Well, this is the new one, but this is the new one too, actually. This is the new ones I opened. But I got their Chinese ones back in 2010 when they were releasing a 2-pack, which was also, I believe, exclusive to Toys R Us. I remember getting that for Christmas, but then I never I got the 3-pack with Santa car, and I don't remember if I found it or not. I was too little. I would have been like 5. So yeah, it's like right when I started collecting cars about. So it was my first Christmas getting cars, and unfortunately, Santa car was not under my tree that year. But this year, he is, not literally, but figuratively. Of course, I got him a little early because I mean I wanted to review him before Christmas, before all the hype. While it's still Christmas time, we're getting ready for the Christmas season. I thought it was a better time to review him than like on Christmas Day when everyone is just wanting to be with their families and enjoy their presents and go to church and everything like that. But yeah, anyways, don't really have too much else to show you. We got the newer Christmas Ramon from 2021 as well, so that's funny. 2021 we got 2 new Christmas cars. This one was an uncanceled one. And then 2023 we got Clutch Kringle. 2022 and 2024 we didn't get any new stuff. So it seems like every 2 years, the Wintertime Cruisers line will be the same. And then, 2 years later, they'll change up the lineup a little bit. They might take out some cars, might add a new one. So I guess that means for 2025 we should see a new Christmas car. At least 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. Or maybe we'll just see like Santa car come back. But unless they scale them down, I don't think it's possible. It would be cool though. I really, really do hope that they do bring this guy back one day, just so that everybody can get a chance at getting him. But I don't think that will really affect the rarity of the original, because at the end of the day, it's still the original. The new one would be a Vietnam variant. This one's made from China, of course. So that would be cool. I hope everyone can get this guy one day. But yeah, I guess that will be the end of this video. I hope that you guys did enjoy. Let me know which Christmas car is your favorite. Mine, like many others, I'm sure you all think, is Santa car. Santa car is my favorite, of course. But reindeer is probably number 2 for sure. Then Clutch Kringle, then all the townsfolk and stuff. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope that you all have a very blessed and fun season this year. Let me know after Christmas which cars you got, if you got any, or whatever other presents you got. And with all that, I will see you guys next time right here on the Cars Garage.